To start inviting candidates to video interviews, head over to Create Interview page and click Create New Interview. Select the jobs you want to associate the new interviews with and then select an interview type. A one-way video interview is an asynchronous audio interview, meaning your candidates will answer your questions in their own time. A live video interview is a real-time video interview during which you connect face-to-face with your candidate through a webcam. An open interview is still a one-way video interview, rather it's simply a different way to invite candidates. With a standard one-way video interview, your candidates will receive an email invitation sent through TalkRecruit system. With an open interview, you'll get a custom link that you can use to invite candidates however you want. For example, you can include the open interview link in a personal email. The main difference is that using the open interviews gives you a bit more flexibility with regard to how you're going to invite candidates. Let's start with the one-way video interviews. The next page is where you add your questions for the one-way video interview. Type your question and click Add Question. When your question is added, you'll see few options. Clicking the clock icon lets you adjust your time settings for the question. The time settings for the question is the maximum length the candidate's response for that question can be. Here on TalkRecruit, you can select anywhere from 30 seconds to 2 minutes. Clicking the clapperboard icon lets you adjust the number of takes your candidate has for a particular question. When you limit the amount of takes a candidate has, they will be required to submit their final video if they use another take. Clicking the icon that shows someone thinking lets you restrict the amount of time a candidate has to think about that particular question before they start recording. This feature is called Think Time, and it's great for getting the most candid answers from your interviews. But it's important to keep in mind how this impacts your candidate's experience. Candidates who are unsatisfied with the response might submit a blank answer or become discouraged and abandon the interview process completely. Most customers set the take and think time settings depending on the question and the goal of their one-way video interview. For example, a customer asking a very specific question for which they require a smart response might select 1 minute of think time with one take, whereas a recruiting firm looking to use the video interview recording to make the candidates to client will most likely give unlimited takes and unlimited think time. Once you are satisfied with your questions, then just save them as a question set so you can use it in creating future interviews. To save a question set, enter a name for it and click Save. Your questions along with the additional functionality will appear in the question bank at the right side of the screen. The first tab shows your custom questions. To use a question, click the plus icon next to it. The second tab shows all of your saved question sets. These are text questions. Saved question sets are great when you're going to ask the same series of questions over and over again. Saved questions are excellent when you have a couple of questions that you want to reuse in many interview scenarios. The third tab contains some popular interview questions to help you with some ideas. These are standardized text questions. Once you are satisfied with your interview's questions, click Continue. The final step of inviting candidates to a one-way video interview is to select a deadline. This is what you are going to require your candidates to complete their interviews by. We suggest giving your candidate 5 to 7 days to complete their one-way video interview. So this leaves them with plenty of time to complete it without cramming it into the schedule. Your candidates will appreciate this convenience. From what we have seen so far, and who are most interested in this position will get it done sooner than those who are not that much interested. After that, you enter your candidate's name, email addresses. You can also use the CSV import function to import CSV files containing your candidates' names and email addresses. To further personalize the invitation that's going to be sent, you can include personalized email message. This message will get inserted in the email sent from our team to your candidate. Type your message body and save it as a template so you can use the same message for future invitations. When everything is to your liking, click Create and your interview invitation will be sent. Even though being similar, let's quickly review how to create a live video interview. Head back to Create Interview page and click Create an Interview. Select the job the interview is for and select Live Video Interview as your interview type. On the next page, select the time. This is the time when your interview will occur. You can even add a personalized message to email invitations. When ready, click Create and an email invitation will be sent to candidates' mail. Now you know how to create one-way and live video interviews with Dr. Crude. Happy hiring to you.